Why do locks matter? Why do locks resonate with us the way they do? It's kind of an interesting question, and it's pretty hard to deny. Even if you didn't ever think about picking locks before the workshop weekend, chances are you, like most people, I find locks pretty fascinating. Especially old locks, antique locks. If you ever see things at like the flea market, they're like, oh, come look at this. Oh, I'm like, how old is this from? And the vendor is like, I don't know, I found it in another flea market. But we like old locks, or even old keys, right? How many people have seen locks or keys used in jewelry or decorating before? It's just something that captivates us, and people have this attachment, and they don't always have a good way of describing it, but everyone finds locks kind of neat, I think. And this was really driven home, the question of what locks represent to us. I love this story that was told by a friend of ours, a boy named Schuyler. He used to be with Tool on the leadership board. He's now done a lot of other independent projects. But he gave a talk called, Why Do You Lock Your Door? And it was, if you have a chance, write this down, look on YouTube. Why Do You Lock Your Door? Was a video from the, I guess it was RVASec down in Virginia last year. Schuyler Towne is his name. And he's a real passionate guy. He's a delight to watch. He brings this energy to all of his speeches. And he tells historical tales and the history of different lock mechanisms. And in this talk, towards the end, in fact, in the Q&A, someone said, Schuyler, this is so fascinating, and I hadn't really thought about a lot of this before. Why do locks represent so many things to all of us? And he kind of said the following, and I'm doing my best to do justice to his words, but he described it thusly. He said, I want you to picture a situation, and I'm going to give you a few hypotheticals, and put yourself literally in this situation and think about how you would feel. You're going to meet someone. Maybe you're a college student and the professor for a class you want to take says, yeah, I might be able to fit you in, come to my office at 3 p.m. Or maybe you're going to rent an apartment or a new building space and the landlord says, yeah, meet me at this address, come on in, I'll be there around 11 a.m. Or whatever reason, you're meeting someone somewhere, you're going to someone else's space, and you're supposed to go. You're supposed to meet them there. So let's say you arrive, and there's a door, and it's just hanging open. And you're supposed to be visiting someone there, right? Well, most people would probably, you do it this one. You're like, knock, hello? Are you here? And you kind of walk in, you're like, hello? I wonder if this person's here. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, you're on your way? Okay, fine. Because the door was open, right? It was just, you're supposed to be going somewhere, and there's the door, it's open. We wouldn't think too much about that. You might, as I say, you might stop and kind of knock and be like, oh, I guess this is number 40, right? Yeah, I'm in the right place. But it's an open door. So it means something to us, but you'd probably walk in, I'm guessing. And if that door were closed, just a plain door, no lock or anything on it, again, you'd probably knock, you might take your phone out and call, be like, yeah, are you here? I should go right in? You sure? All right, well, yeah, I'll sit on the couch. You wait for someone. Now, imagine, a little bit different. Imagine the door is shut, and it's locked. And sure enough, you're supposed to be going into this room or building, and you say, hello? Yeah, I got here already. Oh, there's a key, like, under the mat? What would you do then? Probably, I could go in. Well, how far away are you? I'll wait. I'll be outside. I'm going to get some coffee. Because locks kind of mean something. Even though you're on the phone with the person whose building it is, and they're saying, nah, go on in. The locks represent something. And even if that doesn't quite click, I love the way that Schuyler kind of ended. He said, imagine it is an open door, literally hanging open, but there's a lock in it. Now what you would do, whether you would go in or not or wait outside, that's everyone's own personal flavor. But I'll bet, he said, that door means something different to you than this door did. Even though it was wide open, the fact that there's a lock in it, it means something else in how we treat space and property and where we are versus where is someone else's territory. So locks mean really special things to us, and they resonate with us in a lot of ways. And that's why, at least for us, that's why we find them intriguing, that's why we want to explore them, and that's why we respect them frankly, whenever you encounter them in your daily lives. So hopefully that kind of gives you a little insight, at least for a few of us, of why we find these little mechanisms so unique. Come on in, come on in. And if any of you are like us, how many people enjoyed puzzles when they were growing up, right? I have so many memories of sitting around the kitchen table with my family as a little kid, taking out the big Milton Bradley puzzles. You know, this wouldn't be a very good puzzle, I guess. It would be probably easy to solve. Anybody know what the name of that painting is? No? Anybody know the artist of that painting?
Magritte.
Yeah, all right. I heard a lot of people say Magritte. Very nice. How many people had like 3D puzzles? You know, I see a lot of hands again. They're fun, right? Or these sort of brain bender metal puzzles. In Tool and in the lock sport community, locks are no different than these. We view locks as fun puzzles to be explored. And we trade them and we say, oh my God, I was just in Germany and my buddy, he showed me this, and I got an extra one. You want to try this out? It's really hard. You might have to push it this way and try it this way. And at a Tool meeting or any other lock sport meeting, that's what you see. You see people just treating locks like puzzles to be dissected and solved. And if you've never thought of them that way, hopefully you will all leave with that in mind after this workshop. Most of all, that's at the heart of what we do. We do this because lockpicking is fun. We think it's intriguing, we think it's enlivening, and it's when you have this real aha kind of moment when it works, we think it's a hoot. And if you come around to other larger conferences, maker fairs and hackercons and all kind of tech conferences, wherever you see Tool or other lock sporting groups, you'll see games, you'll see people winning prizes, you'll see people getting fun giveaways and things. So take this knowledge and see if there's any lockpicking activity happening in your area. There's a routine chapter of Tool that meets in the Bay Area. There are, like the Maker Fair. Has anyone ever gone to Maker Fair? Oh my God, that's about most of the hands, not all the hands. If you haven't come to a Maker Fair, please seek out these hands-on activity days, which Workshop Weekend is a great example of. Because we think it's a really great thing to not just sit around and watch TV.